What it do, everybody? How are you
Hey.
guys? Welcome back to the Chameleon's View. We are here
Yes, we are.
with Miss Mariposa and Mr. Red. How are you guys today?
Pretty good. Yourself?
We good. We here. So we're gonna basically gonna be outlining the dynamics of you guys, showcasing that you guys are family first, entrepreneurs. We're also gonna be focusing and getting out that spectrum of labels and what people assume. And we're gonna be putting this out tomorrow to showcase what you guys are about. So let's just go right into it.
We gotta strap in and get ready for this. You ready?
I'm ready. Y'all ready?
You ready? Oh, yay!
So before labels, how do you guys describe your relationship structure in your own words?
So I guess I'll speak first. I know that I guess a lot of people would consider us like poly. I never really heard of that terminology. Well, I have heard a lot of different terminologies, to be honest with you. Um, so when I first met him, I was 15 going on 16. So let's just say 16, right? And I told him, I was like, I think I'm gay because I find myself very attracted to women. I'm always looking at women. And he's like, well, don't I turn you on? Don't I make you come? I'm like, well, yeah, actually. So he's like, well, maybe you're bisexual. And I come from a Pentecostal background. So I've never heard of that word before. And I was like, okay. And so kind of just kept kicking it. And, you know, he knew that, but we never really acted upon it. We still kind of got to know each other more. And then just as we got to know each other more, I felt more comfortable. And I just had this urge. And he's like, why don't you go and try it? And I just felt like if I went and tried it, then he would feel like he has one up on, or I have one up on him. And
Right.
I didn't want it to be like that. So I was like, well, and then he was like, well, this is Jerry Springer type shit. That's going to fuck. Well, sorry if I'm cursing. You got to
No,
edit that
you're
out.
good. You're good.
Um, But yeah, so he's like, oh, that's gonna mess up our relationship. It's Jerry Springer type stuff. And I was like, I mean, you know what? It's either gonna make us or it's gonna break us, right?
Right.
And so it took us about like 2 years after we dated to actually, I guess, act upon it. The first time we went to a strip club to kind of like see how that would be. So we went to a strip club and we had a great time, and um he's definitely letting more loose, and still being like shy about it though. You couldn't even like smack the girl's ass
Yeah.
now.
So Red,
But
you were more shy than Mariposa?
You were always looking next to make sure you're okay.
yeah, he was really hesitant to ask me if we were like,
Yeah, I was at first because I didn't want him to fuck nothing up with us. So
I could understand that.
I felt like she was trying to push it on me. At first, to be honest, I was like,
You was probably like feeling like you was being tested.
yeah, like, because I always
Yeah.
thought that was more like a fun thing to do. But like, you don't know nobody, do it once, twice a lifetime, and that's it. But I had to get comfortable with it. And then one birthday, we went to the strip club, and then it was the best birthday.
And typically that's not a norm for a female. So it's like typically, right? Where a female's like, listen, let's go to the strip club. So you was probably like, if I'm getting this right, you know what I'm saying?
That's actually a really good question. What was your first thought when she said, okay, go?
When she said okay,
Yeah, when she said, okay.
well, I already know she was already about the okay. Like
You
2
already
years
knew
So
prior,
already.
okay.
took a while. And it was like she would ask, and I would just blow it off. I would push it to the side, and she'll ask me, and I push it to the side, and then I just did it. Went to strip club. We had like a little private, little private dance room, and the girl got all like sexual and stuff, and
Yeah,
More
okay.
into it. Okay.
yeah,
Just you kind of
her reaction, and my reaction, we was both clicking. I was like, and we both like what we saw, what we wanted. So we kind of clicked, and like it was more like best friend type of stuff.
that was,
Right.
like, the first experience that made you feel like, "Okay, yes, this is our truth, we like it."
Right. That's what made me feel comfortable. I'm like, okay, maybe I could do this. Where so,
That's really
That's
that's
dope.
really
That
nice,
takes a lot of restraint. I feel like a lot of couples
and respect.
respect, restraint. Did you guys ever deal with jealousy in the beginning? Like, was that hard, or automatically there was no jealousy or any of that?
uh,
So, no, like, no, when it's someone like random, no,
Well,
there
like,
was.
so
But
like
when
obviously you guys started with going to strip clubs.
Mhm.
Down at now you guys are comfortable. I guess I'm moving a little too forward. I went too fast. Let me slow it down. Let me slow it down because I
So,
think I went too far.
there's, like there
so
were
when, I think
levels when it came to your relationship. There was the first encounter that you guys were speaking about. After that, what was, like, kinda like the next step that made you feel like, "Okay, this is something we do wanna do," like, set?
yeah, it was the randomness. It was like it was just like so random that I wanted something more like structured, something more like permanent, more like concrete. And but I mean, it's hard. If, like honestly, like you guys said, it's just more like a fun thing. So like, who's gonna be
It's more of
interested?
an adrenaline type thing where,
Yeah,
ooh,
At
like
first.
at
yeah.
first.
So
I
it
got
was just a fun thing at first, but like I said, after time, I just kind of it was like too much, like just randomness, and I wanted something like I already gave it a try, and I knew I liked women, and
right.
like the trial period was over, and I wanted an actual girlfriend,
Gotcha.
and so
How where did that at what point did that come into play? Like, I want to answer correctly where I'm not being disrespectful to anybody. Did it take a long time to get to that? Give me like a kind of time, like what was the structure like? Because obviously it takes time to get even to where you guys had to even try to see if this is something you wanted to, right?
yeah.
So from what we're hearing, where would you say that it puts you in a point where you're like, okay, I don't want to do this random. Like, this is it. Like, I think that we're at a point where let's
Let's settle down.
let's settle down. Let's find something that we could have a girlfriend. Like, what timeline did you find
It
that?
was like timeline.
Like 2 years after playing around, 3 years, more or less, 4 years.
So we have this. I had this one friend, and we kind of like we were friends with her for like 3 years, and it was just like with her only type thing. But we weren't really dating. We were just friends. We were just kind of friends, but we were friends to the point where she was there every day. We were just hanging out like every day. She'd come home from work and she'd come over. So we just kind of became frequent. So frequent that I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed her time, even though I knew it wasn't like something she wanted serious. What she just didn't want something serious. We knew that. And and then yeah, so like after like 3 years, she started dating this guy. And it was okay, like it was comfortable with us. We were cool with him. Obviously he didn't know.
Yeah.
Because yeah, when he found out, he was like, "Hey, you had me shaking this man's hand, and you." Yeah, it was a little bit
Yee.
messy there. But yeah, that's why you don't kiss and tell, Yeah. But anyway, um, so I mean, we're still friends with her. We're just different. I mean, it's distant.
Right, right.
I mean, it's been like literally over 20 years now.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so
What
after
kind of
her, I would say that she went and got her boyfriend or whatever. I kind of missed that, So I began to look for not something random, but more like could I date her? And if I couldn't, I didn't even want to like entertain it.
You
I
kinda
was
want
I was
that.
tired of I was just tired of having random.
You didn't want no random.
Yeah.
You have to protect your home and make something. I get it. I think if I'm not
We
wrong, I think we get it. You didn't want that random that, you got to protect your home. You have a husband, because this obviously is your husband. You guys are legally married. Y'all are a married couple.
Yes.
So yeah, you guys have children, correct?
Yes, we're married. We have 2 children. Our daughter is 16 and our son is 8.
Awesome.
This is another great example of great parents.
Yeah, so we definitely, I mean, we we did this before we even had children. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta listen. At the end of the day, you have to have fun. You have to live and let live and enjoy life and experience life. And we're only given one life. And I feel like if you don't live it to the fullest extent,
You're
you're
not
not
really
living.
living. You're not being yourself.
Yeah, this is at the end of the day, we're not here to judge. And everybody needs to understand we're doing this for a purpose. And the purpose is to let you guys know, all our viewers know that we are everyday people. We have
Mhm.
children. We obviously have a religion, as you mentioned. We didn't even get to that, and you mentioned it, which was great. Kudos for that, because we were going to ask you if you do. Do you still go to church or anything? Do you follow religion?
So I definitely believe in God. I'm the type of person that like I it's about pure intentions and just good intentions. Do I go to church? Well, we like literally we went to church with our children and the pastor started saying how you were wicked, basically, if you were gay, like you were wicked, and obviously there's other churches that, are more of a free spirit type of church, but that church
Yeah.
wasn't for us. And I was just like, appalled. I was flabbergasted. I literally stood up and I like walked out and my husband just got, our daughter and kind of just walked out right behind me. Like I just couldn't, I was not going to stand for that. I wasn't going to sit there and act like it was okay for him to be saying that. But his words were, wicked, that
Right.
okay, like that. Let me get out of here then. This safe place for
Yeah,
me.
it didn't hit your values, and I could understand that. I think a lot of people decide to leave that realm because of that, because at the end of the day, I feel like spirituality should be about love and come naturally. So I could
It should
understand
be
that.
like individually. And that
Yeah.
was that one of the first type of encounters that kind of made you feel like society or maybe whoever's next to you didn't fully understood, or was it just in general you didn't feel comfortable because of how society is right now for you to speak about your truth?
It's you know, like I can't say it didn't like affect me, I guess. 'Cause I mean, with like my mom, like, just family, not really, being okay with it. And I get it. I get it. It's very different. I would like literally pray to God to not like limit me more. So I would like pray to God, like, can you like I don't want to be I don't want to be gay. I don't want to be bisexual or whatever the label is.
Right.
I don't want to be this. I don't want to have attraction for the same sex. I didn't want. I just like prayed that that God would take it from me.
Right.
Uh, and that was like I don't know, 15 years ago. And yeah, no, God said no. Be who you are. Oh, here I am.
Well, I don't want to get too much into spirituality, but look out for an episode on that.
Yeah. Watch out for
Yeah,
that.
we're gonna be doing an episode on
That's
that.
gonna be
'Cause
coming soon.
yeah, I was gonna touch on something on that, but then I was like, no, let me save it for that
For the-
episode. Yeah.
But remember when I used to like
Yeah.
I would tell you that like I don't know why, like why am I like this? I used to kind of question myself, like why, why.
You know, I feel like it's just gonna go in
It's
there. I
gonna
have to. Listen, it's Friday. I told you I'm on one.
I know.
Listen, when it comes to spirituality, I studied a lot of religions because I made my own religion. Okay. At the end of the day, I feel like spirituality comes with your own, whatever you feel is right for you. As you stood up, believe in Jesus, you believe in whatever you believe in, but that church was not right for you.
Mhm.
You know what you like. You prayed for it, you didn't want this, but what you believe in said, no, bitch, you like that shit. You gonna keep that shit, but you still have faith in something. You still believe in something, right? So at the end of the day, there's many religions. I personally feel that spirituality doesn't come in a gender. There's no gender. There's no gender in that. So with that being said, it's so much.
It's like
It's
so
a lot.
much.
Basically, you good. You
Yeah, you're
believe it.
good.
You know what I'm saying? In other words, you're good. Don't ever let nobody tell you that you wrong for what you like. You know what I'm saying? Because spirituality, there's no gender when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? There are going to be churches and places that preach, oh, Jesus is a man and Jesus is that, and or Jehovah is that, or whatever.
It's kind of like the same
But it's
as
all the
like
same. It's all different names for it. But every religion
beyond
calls
the box.
and
Beyond the box.
is beyond the box. It gets deeper than that, and this is
Mhm.
part of why we doing this, so that when we get to our next episode, it jumps right into that.
You guys
It'll
will
make
look
sense. So y'all could tune into that next episode because it has a lot to do with gender and a lot of things that spirituality and why people that love women, because we love women too.
Yeah.
You know, I love women. I love people. She loves people. You know what I'm saying? And she don't love parts. I don't love
No.
parts either. You know what I'm saying? I don't go buy a label myself. You know, but
I
people
do
look
have
at
the
me.
label. I'm a pansexual, so I would understand where you
What
coming.
is it?
I'm a pansexual.
Okay.
So pansexual for me, which is one of the things that I was going to explain, was that I look more into your soul. So I fall in love with who you are as a person than what you might have between your legs. Don't get me wrong, sometimes that does help, but I go more of what comes into your eye. So I understand where you're coming from.
I'm fresca, yo.
I understand where you're coming from because I also grew up in the church. And in my church, I was not allowed to even look to my side because I even dance in the tropa de danza, which is like dancers. And my mom, she was part of the church. So living my truth was not okay. So in that aspect, I understand where you came from because I was not allowed to even look to the side. And when I kind of did show that part, the same thing happened to me. The pastor started talking about how we weren't, okay. So in that aspect, I understand where you're coming from. And it is kind of hard to hear from someone that you think that they're supposed to be your mentors. And so it does take a toll sometimes, which that's something I do want to ask besides, obviously of the church. Has it ever happened where you just said, this is me to a loved one, to a friend, and you said, this is me, this is who I like, this is who I love, this is my life, this is my husband, and this is what we like. Has it ever happened where you had to kind of not defend, but just speak on your truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Mom.
Yeah, we're a family.
Yeah.
True.
And his mom she's like very accepting and, you know, so it was just really,
His mom versus your family.
This is on my mom because I got a twin brother. We're fraternal, and he's gay. So I used to go with him to Parliament House when I was younger, like 18, 19. I'd go out with him, hang out with him and stuff. Parliament or different clubs. Um,
Okay.
my, we pretty much. My mom is.
So
She's pretty open. Okay. Versus Mariposa, your family was a little tougher to understand your dynamics.
yeah, he was a part of the LGBT community before I even met him because of,
Gotcha. Okay. So he knew more. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. That totally makes sense.
I'm learning.
Right?
I'm learning.
So, question, you guys, what do you do in business and how do you help people? You guys own your own business, correct?
Yes, so we own a multi-service company. He also does rentals and Airbnbs. So yeah, we have multiple businesses, and then we both have our life insurance license, annuities, and health. So we help people just for financial services, right? So all kind of different things that we help we help the community with. We help educate the community, whether it be on business registration, registering their business, whether it be taxes, whether it be life insurance, whether it be how to make their money grow, 401ks, all that type of stuff. And then again, you've does rentals with Turo and Airbnb as well.
Awesome. Well, guys, y'all heard it here. Not only that, they helped me with Rebirth Entertainment too. I had to slide that in there. They helped me
No,
get situated. Yeah, they guided me. Mariposa actually helped me a lot. They both did. Red guided me with the LLC. They both did. They both did. And they did a lot. They actually
I'm gonna
whispered in
call
my
y'all. I'm
ear.
gonna call y'all later.
They definitely help, and they help a lot of people. I just wanted people to hear from them all the stuff that they do, and they're really good friends, and yeah, they're awesome people. But a lot of people do see the fun, you know. What's the discipline that you guys have behind the scenes? Because personally, I don't know how y'all do it. You guys handle all those businesses. You guys have kids. I have seen y'all party with us. I have seen y'all y'all very disciplined. I have seen y'all party and chill and still get up for
That's why
y'all
I mentioned.
kids, be parents to y'all kids. Like I always give you y'all flowers every time I can. How do y'all do it? Like what is y'all discipline? What is your technique?
Just knowing people are depending on us, and just we're not the type of people to let them down. Whether it be our children, whether it be the community. Just like we know we have to show up. You know, it's not like a regular job where, you're working from someone, you can just like call out, it's like
Yeah.
you're calling on people who are literally showing up at your door, and it's just, you can't, there's not really calling out. There's no calling out.
It's not work for you. It's something that you love to do. It's
Absolutely.
something that you like to do and you love doing this, and you guys are very humble. Like I know you've been burnt in your past, just knowing because these are my friends too, people, friends that have become family. I'm gonna be honest with y'all out there. Um, so I know, there are you just have beautiful hearts from what I've known of you guys. And it keeps you still giving and still trying to be there for people, even for doing this for us, you know what I'm saying? Opening up and talking with us. And I appreciate you guys so
Yeah,
much.
this
Um,
is
Anything for you.
I love you
good.
guys.
This is really
Uh,
good.
so what's the biggest misconception that people have or that you may assume that they may have about your lifestyle, if any?
Uh, I
I
would
think I
say,
think I just laid one on y'all. I laid one on y'all. I assumed that you guys I assumed I put y'all in a box already myself. That's why I said the poly thing. And you said, well, no, I don't even know what a poly is. So I think that would be one. But I don't know,
Me,
you guys may have other something else.
we've literally lost friends. Well, they lost us. Let me correct that.
I like that.
That
That's
You know, I mean, I remember one of his friends, you know, his wife kind of didn't really want to hang out with us anymore because that the husband, kept trying to pressure her like, oh, you should be like, Mariposa, you should be like,
right,
why don't you, and it's like you can't just make someone, like a certain thing, like it just
right.
doesn't work like that. And so I know that she just it kind of started to be uncomfortable. So we weren't really called to hang out anymore.
I get it. I tell you one thing, I can see that's why I was saying earlier, like it takes one hell of a woman to have the capability that you have. Not all women have that. It takes a hell of a woman to be able to do that because there's jealousy, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I was like, is there any jealousy between y'all? Obviously not, you know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe there has, or maybe there's never been. But women have insecurities. You guys don't seem like you have, or maybe in the beginning you had and y'all learn how to deal with it. I don't know that.
Yeah, no, definitely there's jealousy and
Yeah. You guys have boundaries at some degree, or you have like rules? Like, listen,
No rules, just pure intentions, good heart. You lead with that, do unto others. I mean, literally the golden rules. Do unto others, that you want, that you
right?
know,
You want to
yeah.
others what you don't want done to you. I got you.
That.
We're very open with each other. We have good communication. Um, but yeah, we've had a serious relationship in the past with a girl, and so there was, some jealousy and stuff like that.
I got you.
But just I don't really know how to explain it.
Some things don't need to be explained sometimes. So
You get it.
Yeah.
either you get it or you don't. Like I feel like women would understand that, you know. Some men are gonna understand that. And then there's women that gonna understand both, and there's gonna be men that understand both. I feel like is a understanding. Like if you get it, you get it. Like if you gotta put some yourself in somebody's place, and if you can't, it's okay because at the end of the day, your lifestyle is not for everybody. It's for you guys, though. You know what I'm saying? Um, and if you can't explain it, it's okay. It don't need to be explained. Y'all have y'all dynamics. Y'all have y'all own. Y'all doing what y'all do, and y'all love it. I love it. I love y'all. If y'all live in y'all truth and y'all happy with it, that's great. Are you guys in relationships now? Do you guys have a girlfriend? Are
So
you
I do have a girlfriend. Like you were saying earlier, Angie, uh, was it pansexual?
Pansexual, yeah.
Okay, well, again, I'm still learning all of these different names and stuff. So I guess she
don't
would.
even try to
No,
learn
no,
them. That's
honey,
the
there's
purpose
like
of
a
this.
lot, but that's why
The
also kind of what this podcast is about. I I put myself in a label. She has no label. I know of other people that have no label. And if you don't have a label, that's totally okay. You're being yourself. You like what you like. You are with who you want to be because you have a connection with them. So that's you.
In other
Yeah,
words, too, because the thing is this. This is what I want you to understand. Within our own community, what pansexual means to her might not mean pansexual to the next person. And if you look up pansexual, right, it's going to give you pansexual, right? I have a whole list of, I have a list that I can read you, right? But if I tell her, hey, do you feel this? She's going to be like, no, no. If I look up what it says about a no label and I tell you what no label to me is versus what Teddy said on her interview, you're
It's
going to get
different.
two different sides. So tomorrow is going to make sense. If I had somebody else that lived you guys' lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to even say it like that. I feel like I'm putting you guys in a box. I don't like it. And that's the point of it. I don't want to put you guys in a box. But you know what I'm saying? That loves what you guys love, because I love it. You know what I'm saying? I've been in that relationship. I've been in an open relationship. I have had that. It's not for everybody. You have to have boundaries. You have to have a great foundation. If you don't have a good foundation, you can't add to that because then it breaks. You know what I'm saying?
Which
So,
is another thing where kind of where she was coming from.
mhm.
So about your girlfriend. Is it like did you guys you said you are dating someone? Are you guys dating
oh, she's
someone?
right here.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
I would consider myself bisexual, but she considers herself like sapiosexual, demisexual.
so you do have a label. You consider yourself currently as a bi.
Yeah, I think I would consider myself bisexual.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Red, do you have a label? You're straight?
I'm straight.
Straight with the female.
I'm
Gotcha.
straight.
All right, bet.
Well, with us,
But I would also add to that, he's very comfortable with himself. Like,
Yeah.
when we go to the gay clubs and, there's a guy, like, I walk away for a second hanging out with my friends, and there's a guy that comes up to him. He's not the type to be like, like, get
Right.
away from me. A guy, I remember this one time a guy offered to buy him a drink, and he's like, oh, I'm here with my wife. And he's like, oh, well, I'll buy her a drink too. He's like, oh, okay then. and they sat
Right.
there and they had and the guy moved on. He was a really nice guy, and
Right.
my husband he's just very respectful when it comes to
Yeah.
the community. Again, he's been in the community even before I came along because of his brother. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very comfortable. I even try to bring my friends. We used to go to Revs. Well, we
Okay.
used to call Revolution back then.
Revolutions.
Get my friends with me. They were like, nah, we're not going. We're not going. I was like,
Okay.
it's ladies' night. No, they still wouldn't like.
Which that's one of the I wanted to kind of like ask a question to her if it's okay. When um when you first knew of the dynamic, was it a shock for you or were you okay and you met Red or how did it come about?
When she first told me,
The
Girlfriend.
girlfriend.
What was the question again?
How did it come about? Did you explain to her that you were married at first? Was that something that you just said right off? When you guys talk to someone, do you tell them that you're married right off the bat, or is it something that you just
Yeah, no, she knew I was married. A friend of hers told her about a party we were having because we do have a lot of parties. We're business, but we like to party, okay? And she came over and well, before she even came over though, we had a really good conversation. And at that time, I didn't really realize how good of a connection that we had. But we talked for like literally almost like, it was over 5 hours on the phone. I normally don't do that with someone. And I didn't think anything of it. But again, she's more of like a mic, like, sapiosexual or whatever. Probably not to say whatever, but yeah.
No, I got you. I got you. Fuck me.
Yep.
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 Fuck my brain before
Yep.
you get to fuck me. I get it.
Yep.
That's my type of person. I like those.
So, yeah, we just
Carry on.
had really good communication.
Okay. So y'all
So yeah,
already
she didn't
okay.
know I
Yeah.
was married.
So in y'all dynamic, if you don't mind me asking, is Red able to have a girlfriend too, or you do y'all
So you guys are
share
together
girlfriends
or
or
together or
yeah,
Well, this was the first time actually. I mean, like I said, we've been together over 20 years. And it's always been a girlfriend for us. But this time it was a little different because, she her and I had a connection
right?
and she didn't really get to know him like that. So it's just kind of us,
Yeah, I
him.
respected that. I get it. Yeah, that's dope.
that's
That's dope.
I'm sorry.
Just,
I think
it's
that's
kind of friendship.
I
Yes.
think that's beautiful.
Yeah, like
If
for him to adapt to that and
mhm.
the flow that you guys got, that is beautiful. So is Red, or is that okay that he has a girlfriend? If he has a girlfriend, do you have a girlfriend? Is that
I have
something?
no girlfriend.
Yeah, what?
I don't have no girlfriend.
No.
No.
Okay.
Friend?
Oh, okay. You just have friends. Oh, okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
got
Got
you.
it.
I got you.
Got it.
Yeah, you met her. She came to the party.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. 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 Gotcha.
And he
So
was
you
trying to
don't
make
make
sure.
them girlfriends. You have more friends. You're
Yeah,
the
he doesn't
friend.
like to call them
I got it.
girlfriend.
I got it. I got it. I got what you're saying.
See, I like it because they have a dynamic where it's the same but different.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's upfront with it.
Mhm. And
I
I
like
think
it.
that's
I'm more like I want to look out for my wife's best interest. I'm always, behind my wife. I'm rocking my wife. So I'm more like I back down was like if you don't fuck with my wife, I can't fuck with you. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, that.
Listen, if I was single, I want to be in y'all life right now. That's what I just fell in love with y'all right now. I don't even want to be your friend right now. I'll be your friend. I want to be your girlfriend. Like shit. Okay. I like it. I like it. I'm messing. But no, I get it. I get it. Y'all made me feel warm. I love it. I got to know a little bit more now of where y'all I love it. I really like that. It gave me more of an understanding. That's what's up.
Yeah, I feel like also we built like a lot of relationships like through the years.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because like even though we don't mess with someone like that, we still like keep that bond like that relationship
You have
For
to.
sure.
Listen,
all the time. We've even lost someone that was close to us back then, and we
Yeah.
just found out, and it hurt, but you know,
Yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like, like she said, y'all didn't lose them. They lost y'all,
Yeah.
who's meant is gonna be stay. You're gonna know who your people gonna be for you. You're gonna know who rides for you. You're gonna know who's your people, and you know, y'all still pushing. That's all that matters. Y'all bond is there, and that's all that matters. Y'all running your business. Y'all family oriented. That I know. I've seen it all. I've seen y'all for 20 years.
And
I've seen I've seen it.
I just met them.
Mhm.
You,
Yeah.
which I love. And right off the bat, when I met you guys met my best friend as well, and we all got together. I remember how Mariposa was like, "Woo, what's this?" I loved it. The energy was perfect. I felt really. That's also one of the reasons I loved so much being a part of your crew, because you have people like them are so welcoming and so nice, and which is also very kind of like mind blowing when people like just start talking about people like us in the community that they don't know us. Like, you guys are business owners, like you guys are parents, like we're parents, and she's a business owner, and it's like people put us in certain boxes, or what is it that you said, stigma?
Yeah, they put us in they have
And
this stigma of how you dress.
mhm.
One day I'm dressed all girly, or next day I'm dressed boyish. They're like, "What is this?"
Mhm.
It's always something, and that's why we're doing this, to showcase all of us as regular people. We are parents. We do believe in religion. We are spiritual. We have kids. We love. Like, we all live and let live, and we just love and we respect each other. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. And that's why we wanted to do this. I don't know if you have any other
What is
questions.
one advice you would give a young person that wants to be in the same lifestyle as you? What would you give as a advice to them?
Be true to yourself. Just keep that communication and make sure you are having good intentions. Like just basically be truthful. Just be honest. Loyalty is everything, and without having good communication and that trust, you really don't have that foundation. So yeah,
How about you, Red? What is one advice you would give a husband if their wife would come up to them and be like, I want to do this? What is one advice you would give the husband?
to listen, to open up your heart. Don't be afraid to take that risk. Not risk, but I would just say, like it's like that new venture, like with him and her. Um, they're gonna go through some times out there, see people and then not see people there anymore because the way they feel or see what what's in front of their face, or even family. I think she's the strongest woman because when she brought it to her family and her whole family, I was amazed. I was like, because there's times where they don't even want to invite you to the holidays or whatever because they think, oh, they're gonna bring someone with them, you know. So just stay strong.
I see him talk about her, and you can see the love. In that room, all you see is just love. I like it. This is what we want people to see, that it's love. Love is love. It has no boxes, it has no labels, it has no limits. And I like that. Don't you think?
I love it. No, I'm a little emotional, to be honest with you, because I can understand where family could be like that, But you have family, you know that. Sometimes blood is not there, but it's okay. It is what it is. I know it
things
hurts though,
fine.
but we love
Really,
you. Um, I know how that feels though. Look, I don't have no holidays with nobody. Me and B's out here by ourselves all the time. So We don't spend no holidays with nobody, so I understand that, I definitely have no family, so
The
I
family is
get
who
it.
you make.
Yeah,
It's not where you were born in.
yeah, but it does get tough because you're so family oriented, you're so loving with your friends, and so it does hurt me. I don't wanna get all freaking choked up. I feel it coming, so I'm trying to control it. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate you guys, for doing this, taking y'all Friday. I know y'all were lit. I appreciate y'all almost gonna drive down here, all the way down here, but, I know you just had a death in the family too, so, you know, my condolences to you, and stuff.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you. I don't know if you have anything else you wanna add.
Thank you so
If
much
if
for
there's anything you guys wanna leave the viewers with, you are more than welcome to give your last statements if you want. Other than that, we're good here.
Nothing. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
And don't question yourself. If that's the way you feel, that's the way you feel, and you don't owe anybody an explanation. And if someone doesn't like, hold the door open for them.
You know
You know,
what? It just dawned on me.
I like what you just
Yeah, I know. I just have one last question because I feel I actually have kids. Your kids know your lifestyle?
yes.
How do they
I just, son is
The oldest
Your
one.
son is
yeah.
young, I know that. You're
So he doesn't.
right, and he's too young to even understand. It's more your daughter that's older. How does she feel?
I think she's super protective.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
Yeah. One day,
Yo,
I was at home and she called me and she's like, "Do you know that there's a girl? I hear a girl's voice and you're in the room." I was like, "Yes, I know." And she's like, "Okay, just making sure you know."
okay.
And that was it. But she, the girl that we did date for some time, she lived with us and our daughter did call her mommy. So, definitely, she knows definitely.
Yeah, and I know that you bring the kids
Dynamic.
to the pride and all that stuff, so you are bringing them around the community, which is great. I know that for a fact, and you're not
Yeah,
hiding.
we're going to take them to Pride Parade.
I know. They just missed it last year because y'all celebrated your birthday, but it's okay.
Oh my God, I know. It's like,
It's okay. But yeah, I wanted to, because I'm sure the viewers is like, why she didn't ask about the kids, how they feel about it. But yeah, I just wanted the viewers to know that, her kids are where, like, and how they felt and stuff. Other than that, if anybody in the background want to say, I know you got your friend in the back, probably want to say hi, maybe if she wants to.
woo, love wins. She's just she actually you have to do another episode with her because she's just figuring out she's I don't even know what she is.
And she said, I don't even know who she is.
I know her. No. She's like she likes women, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. She's not even sure, but she
Hey.
she met us at Revs and she had brought a girl that she had met. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't even know that.
Okay.
I mean,
So yeah, y'all have to get another episode on her.
Like,
if
you
it
like,
comes,
listen, if
just
you just experiment and if whatever you like, just go with it and figure out life. Life is about figuring things, and that's what it is. And I think you're
Exactly.
surrounded by beautiful people, and
it looks like you're in a very
you're
healthy space.
right, exactly. I think you're in the perfect space of that, So enjoy your Friday. Well, what's left? Oh, it's still early. It's still good for
Gotta
y'all. So good. Y'all turn up. I love y'all again. Thank you. I know y'all not lit right now. Go ahead and y'all have y'all shot. Do y'all thing. We
Thank
gonna
you
keep
so
on going.
much.
One last note,
I appreciate y'all.
it's this things are not always easy. Okay, it's not it's not a walk in the park every day or anything like that, and nothing is perfect. But just for sure, just keep working at it and giving communication and respect.
Exactly.
And I like what she said. If you don't like it, open the door for them.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, thank you guys again. Viewers, y'all heard it here first.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. We'll have you guys maybe again down the line or any of your
Friends.
your friends, whoever. Well, you subscribe and share. The Chameleons will be back
Period.
Episode 2. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Yo.
All right.